students, welcome to the program. We'll today learn about yoga. The objectives set for the lecture are to know about what yoga is, to know about the historical development of yoga, to be familiar with the various types of yoga, to know about the benefits of yoga, and lastly, to know about the International Yoga Day celebration. First, what do we mean by the term yoga? It's a common practice to derive Sanskrit terms from their roots. Yoga is derived from yuj, meaning to join or to yoke. Hence, the term yoga conveys the sense of union, the linking of or joining of the individual self with the higher self. In other words, the system of yoga suggests the methods of bridging the gulf between the higher self and the lower self. The line of yoga is not one of mere professions. It's one of the confession and dedication. In the practice of yoga, we seek to create union between mind and body. Yoga is the perfect example of holistic health. Because of it, this combination of mind and body takes place. After all, the body cannot exist without the mind and vice versa. By repairing the body, we are more able to repair the mind. For example, if we feel tense in neck, shoulder or hips, we will find it more difficult to relax and to be happy. In order to do this, yoga is comprised of the asanas, physical postures, and a philosophy that offers tools to finding true lasting happiness. Lord Shiva, also called Adinatha Bhairava, is accepted as the primordial founder and propounder of all techniques of yoga. Dear students, let's have a look towards the historical development of yoga. Yoga is a 5,000-year-old tradition. In India, monks went into seclusion for years with the goal of creating a disease-free, strong body. The original intention was to be able to sit in meditation for hours, but with an achy body that was impossible to do. The posture of yoga were each created for a specific health purpose: to detoxify, realign musculature, strengthen muscles, and create flexibility. Along with correcting the fallacies of the body, these yogis went about trying to find how to correct fallacies of mind. An entire philosophy was created based solely around leading a human being finding his or her bliss. The teachings were so dead on that they are still practiced 5,000 years later. Yoga has become more popular than ever with celebrities, politicians, business people, and almost every walk of life currently practicing. The important thing to understand about this way of thinking is yoga is not a religion. We can be from any background and reap its benefits. Yoga means the classical yoga system as set forth by Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras. Patanjali taught an eightfold Ashtanga system of yoga, emphasizing an integral spiritual development including ethical disciplines, yama and niyama, postures, asana, breathing exercises, pranayama, control of senses, pratyahara, concentration, dharana, meditation, dhyana, and absorption, that is samadhi. This constitutes a complete and integral system of spiritual training. Yoga has been part of man's activities directly towards higher spiritual achievements in India. The history of yoga is divided into 5 periods: Vedic period, pre-classical period, then classical period, yoga in the medieval times, and yoga in the modern times. Let's have a look over them one by one. First, the Vedic period. The ancient texts of Vedas are the oldest scriptures in the world. The Sanskrit word Veda means knowledge. Vedas are 4 in number, starting from Rig Veda, which is a collection of hymns that are in praise of a higher power. Other 3 Vedas are Yajurveda, knowledge of yajna, Samaveda, knowledge of chants, and Atharveda, knowledge of worldly affairs. In Vedic period, it was considered that the means to higher attainment was the knowledge or revealed to sages from the universe through meditation. It comprises 3 yogas: Mantra Yoga, where the power of mantras, through which the mantra becomes active as a tool of transformation in the mind; Prana Yoga, through pranayama, which energizes the vital force; Dhyana Yoga, the word dhya, which means buddhi or intellect, is the root for the term dhyana or meditation. Dhya is the higher and interior portion of the mind, manas, which enables us to perceive the eternal truth. This cultivation of buddhi, the main faculty of discrimination, is the main characteristic of yoga in Vedanta and Buddhism. Then comes the pre-classical period. One of the most outstanding yoga scriptures is the Bhagavad Gita, which was composed around 5000 BC. According to the Bhagavad Gita, there are 4 paths which lead to establishing relationship with the Supreme. These have been designated as Yoga of Perfect Actions, Karma Yoga, Yoga of Perfect Devotion, Bhakti Yoga, Yoga of Perfect Knowledge, Jnana Yoga or Jnana Yoga, and Yoga of Willpower, Raj Yoga. The Bhagavad Gita consists of 18 chapters. Each chapter is called a yoga. Each chapter is highly specialized yoga, revealing the path of attaining realization of the ultimate truth. Bhagavad Gita gives specific knowledge regarding the purpose of human existence, the immortality of the soul, and our eternal relationship with the Supreme. This knowledge applies to each and every one of us without exception. The next one is the classical period. During the classical period around 2nd century BC, Patanjali wrote Yoga Sutra comprising 196 aphorisms, elucidating the 8 steps, Astanga, to reach the goal of human life, which is freedom from miseries of death and birth. This is known as the Yoga of Willpower or Raj Yoga or Astanga Yoga. These 8 steps include Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Then comes the yoga in medieval times. Buddha around 6th century BC had popularized meditation on the entire subcontinent. However, there was a point of disagreement that one cannot start the spiritual practices with meditation immediately. One has to prepare oneself for meditation. During 6th century AD, when the influence of Buddhism had declined, some great yogis set out to purify the system. Then yoga in the modern times. Integral yoga by Sri Aurobindo emphasized surrendering to divine and an opening to the divine force, so that it may work to transform one's being. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa records the path of Bhakti Yoga and divine love. To Ramakrishna, all religions are revelations of God in his diverse aspects to satisfy the manifold demands of human mind. One of the greatest contributions of Sri Ramakrishna to the modern world is his message of harmony of all religions. Swami Vivekananda summarized the Vedanta's teachings as, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature, both external and internal. Do this either by action, karma yoga, or worship, bhakti yoga, or psychic control, raj yoga, or philosophy, that's jnana yoga, by one or more or all these, and be free. This is the world of religion. The doctrines or dogmas or rituals or books or temples or forms are but secondary details. Now let's have a look over the types of yoga. While the philosophy remains fairly consistent among different disciplines, the physical aspect of yoga comes in a few forms. The first one, vinyasa, a strengthening flow class posture, leading into postures like hatha posture, are held for minutes. That's believed to really affect the body, as each posture is designed to gain health benefits. The longer you hold the pose, the more effective it is. The next one is Vini, a gentle type of yoga, well suited for those just starting out or for those who would like to go at a slower pace. Kundalini. This school of thought believes that nerve centers in the body can be clogged up or inactive, and this leads to poor health. Kundalini's repetitive postures, flows kriyas, unlock these blocks and leave you feeling wonderfully energetic yet peaceful. Then comes the Thai yoga massage. In some circumstances, it's more helpful to have your instructor stretch your body out. First working out to the muscles with massage techniques, then stretching them. Then comes the aero yoga, also known as partner yoga, involving holds, mutual balancing, and a lot of fun. The next one is Iyengar yoga or prop yoga, created by a yoga master named Iyengar in India. This type of yoga is very therapeutic. One is placed into postures with various props, blocks, straps, chairs, blankets, and one feels comfortable, is left in the pose for minutes. Poses are chosen by how one is feeling and various dis-ease in the body that need to be relieved. Next one is the restorative yoga. Similar to Iyengar yoga, only reclined on the back of the floor, very therapeutic and completely relaxing. It turns the body's endocrine and nervous system on, so the body can heal itself. So these were some of the types of yoga. Now coming to the benefits of yoga. Yoga offers physical and mental health benefits for people of all ages. And if somebody is going through an illness, recovering from surgery, or living with a chronic condition, yoga can become an integral part of his or her treatment and potentially hasten his or her healing. Yoga improves balance and flexibility. This is why many people start yoga, and it's certainly a great benefit of yoga practice. Yoga postures and sequences help to increase the body's range of motion. The mindful approach of yoga helps to ensure that stretching is done safely allowing the nervous system to release the muscles into gentle, effective stretches. This reduces the risk of injuring ligaments and tendons, which can occur through more aggressive approach to flexibility training. Releasing tension in the muscles can also help them to relax and to let go, helping your body to open up more. Slow movements and deep breathing increases blood flow and warm up muscles, while holding a pose can build strength. The example is tree pose yoga, helping in building strengths. Although many people overlook this one, seeing only yoga's benefit for flexibility, yoga is actually a fantastic strengthening practice. Yoga helps to strengthen the muscles that support the body's weight, leading to functional strength. It's also fantastic for building core strengths. This improves athletic performance and your functionality in everyday life while keeping you safe from injury. Yoga improves one's posture. One of the great things about the strengthening and stretching work of yoga is that it's a balancing practice. Yoga can help to address any muscular imbalances, lengthening tight areas and strengthening weak areas. Our posture can often deteriorate as we age, and a large part due to our habitual movement patterns during the day. For instance, if you spend a long time working at a computer, you may find yourself vulnerable to slumping with rounded shoulders. Over time, the back muscles become weak and the chest muscles become tight, hence the rounded posture. Yoga can help you to stretch out the chest and strengthen the muscles of the back. It can also make you far more aware of your body and posture, so that you find yourself automatically self-correcting to come into a healthier alignment throughout the day. Yoga helps with back pain relief. Yoga is as good as basic stretching for easing pain and improving mobility in people with lower back pains. The American College of Physicians recommend yoga as a first-line treatment for chronic low back pain. For example, the cat-cow pose. Yoga can ease arthritis symptoms. Gentle yoga has been shown to ease some of the discomforts of tender, swollen joints for people with arthritis. Yoga benefits heart health. Regular yoga practice may reduce levels of stress and body-wide inflammation, contributing to healthier hearts. Several of the factors contributing to heart disease include high blood pressure and excess weight, can also be addressed through yoga. For example, down dog pose. Yoga relaxes you to help you sleep better. Research shows that a consistent bedtime yoga routine can help you get in the right mindset and prepare your body to fall asleep and stay asleep. For example, legs up the wall pose. Yoga can mean more energy and brighter moods. You may feel increased mental and physical energy, a boost in alertness and enthusiasm, and fewer negative feelings after getting into a routine of practice yoga. Yoga connects one with a supportive community. Participating in yoga classes can ease loneliness and provide an environment for group healing and support. Even during one-on-one session, loneliness is reduced as one is acknowledged as a unique individual, being listened to and participating in the creation of a personalized yoga plan. Yoga is a powerful mindfulness practice. Yoga is about uniting the mind, body, and breath. In doing this, it brings you into the present moment. Mindfulness has proven benefits for a whole range of health conditions and is particularly effective in promoting positive mental health. In particular, mindfulness practices have been shown to strengthen the immune system, improve social relationships, and reduce depression, anxiety, and neuropsychoticism. The benefits of increased mindfulness through yoga clearly reach far beyond the mat. Yoga helps in managing stress. Many people begin yoga to improve their flexibility, but they keep coming back because they find it makes them feel so much better. The focus, centering, and breathing of yoga all help to reduce stress and can be the ideal antidote to a hectic modern lifestyle. In part, this is another wonderful benefit of the mindful aspect of yoga. It's also due to the positive impact of increasing activity levels and exercise, along with the relaxation and reduction of physical tensions that yoga brings. Yoga can leave you feeling relaxed and refreshed, physically, mentally, and energetically. For example, the corpse pose, Savasana. Yoga lowers blood pressure. Having high blood pressure is a serious medical condition which is associated with increased risk of both heart attacks and strokes, as well as reducing stress, which can be a contributing factor to high blood pressure. Several aspects of yoga practice are thought to directly improve blood pressure. The relaxation and deep breathing of yoga can reduce high blood pressure even after the practice is finished. Certain postures such as supported bridge pose, legs up the wall pose, and of course Savasana or corpus pose are particularly beneficial for those with high blood pressure. Yoga helps to make healthier life choices. There's a story in yoga about the student who asked their yoga teacher whether their smoking habit would interfere with their yoga. The teacher smiled and replied, "No, but your yoga will interfere with your smoking." Whether or not that was the case, one of the great things about yoga is that it helps you to tune into what your body wants and needs. Many people find that the acceptance and self-love that they practice on the yoga mat can have a profound impact to the way they treat their bodies off the mat. Whether that is through improved activity level, better nutritional choices, or reduced reliance on alcohol or tobacco. Yoga improves breathing. The basis of yogic breathing practice lie in pranayama. These techniques, which are integrated into the vast majority of yoga classes, can be amazing for restoring balance and vitality to the body and mind. Controlled breathing can increase energy levels and relax the muscles while reducing stress, anxiety, and depression. On a physiological level, regular yoga practice has been found to improve lung capacity and breathing, both in healthy adults and those who were suffering from asthma. Yoga encourages body's natural healing process. The body has an incredible ability to heal itself, gives the appropriate conditions. Yoga practice can be a wonderful way to create an environment which allows the body's innate healing power to kick in. In part, this is due to the effects of mindfulness on the immune system, increasing body's ability to fight diseases and restore health. The strengthening and lengthening effect of yoga can improve mobility and function, helping the body to recover from physical injury. And the benefits for mental health can lead to improved sleep patterns and enhanced well-being, greatly improving the quality of life. Now students, let's learn about the International Yoga Day. The International Day of Yoga is being celebrated annually on 21st June since 2015, following its inception in the United Nations General Assembly in 2014. Yoga is a physical, mental and spiritual practice which originated in India. The Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in his UN address suggested the date of 21st June as it is the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere and shares a special significance in many parts of the world. The idea of an International Day of Yoga was first proposed by the current Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi himself, during his speech at the United Nations General Assembly on 27th of September 2014. He stated, I quote, "Yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition. It embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, restraint and fulfillment, harmony between man and nature, a holistic approach to health and well-being. It's not about exercise, but to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world and the nature. By changing our lifestyles and creating consciousness, it can help in well-being. Let's work towards adopting an International Yoga Day." Unquote. Following this initial proposal, the United Nations General Assembly held informal consultations on the draft resolution entitled International Day of Yoga on 14th of October 2014. The consultations were convened by the delegation of India. In 2015, Reserve Bank of India issued a 10 rupee commemorative coin to mark the International Day of Yoga. In April 2017, UN Postal Administration issued 10 stamps on asanas on a single sheet to mark International Day of Yoga. So dear learners, we may conclude that the beauty of yoga is that it can be practiced by anyone. It doesn't matter how old you are or what shape you are in. If you desire a more limber body, yoga is one of the quickest ways to attain it. Yoga also increases an individual's physical coordination and promotes better posture. And it does all this without potential hazardous negative effects that are often incurred in high impact forms of exercise. When performed properly, in conjunction with proper related breathing techniques, yoga helps stimulate the circulatory system, the digestive process, as well as the nervous and endocrine system. Yoga is perhaps the only form of activity which massages all the internal glands and organs of the body in a thorough manner, including those such as the prostate that hardly gets external stimulated during entire lifetime. Yoga acts in a wholesome manner on the various body parts. The stimulation and massage of the organs in turn benefits us by keeping away diseases and providing a forewarning at the first possible instance for a likely onset of disease or disorder. Muscles that have become flaccid or weak are stimulated repeatedly to shed excess flab and flaccidity. The benefits of yoga include reducing blood pressure, creating mindfulness, good sleep, and reducing stress. Make it an integral part of human mental hygiene. Dear students, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you have understood it well. Thanks for watching.